Hello, I'm David Parkin, and this is my book, The Nose That Nobody Picked, which I will be launching at the Attenborough Arts on the 1st of June. I'll also be doing some readings around libraries, but if you want to find out more about that, go to my website, davidparkin.org. Anyway, shall we get on? Right, the start of The Nose That Nobody Picked. Early one sparkling spring morning, the Postlethwaite's garden echoed with cries of agony and terror. Past Mrs. Postlethwaite's nice neat lawn, beyond the row of trees within an overgrown jungle of plants and flowers, something screamed. A tangle of vines and branches shook as the terrible shriek ripped through the air. A boy's head appeared above a bush and looked around. He wiped the sweat from his forehead and then plunged back into the undergrowth. Another cry shattered the silence. Christopher Postlethwaite was weeding. Christopher didn't mind weeds in general. They were all welcome to grow on his patch of land, except one. Thistles, he muttered, and yanked one of the spiky plants from the ground. The 10-year-old let out a blood-curdling yell as he threw it over his shoulder. Although he hated thistles, Christopher rather enjoyed weeding them. He liked to imagine they cried out in pain as he wrenched them from the earth. It made him feel better about all the times they prickled his hands. He roared as the last thistle flew through the air. He took off his gloves and surveyed his patch of garden. Christopher was particularly proud of his ornamental displays. Vicious-looking gnomes guarded the entrances to mysterious caves. Toy soldiers slowly sank into dark and smelly swamps, and headless dolls, with arms outstretched, walked through the wilderness like zombies stuck in an endless game of blind man's buff. "Looking good, and not a thistle left standing," he said. "Not bad for a morning's work." Then a very strange thing happened. He heard a sneeze. "Hello," he said. "Is anyone there?" It was a busy spring morning with all its usual activity. The birds were building their nests and the spiders were hanging their webs. All about him the garden was preparing for another year, but Christopher couldn't see anything that might have sneezed. "Must be imagining things." He brushed himself down and looked at the pile of thistles at his feet. "Right," he said as he scooped up the weeds. "It's the compost lot for you. It's the compost heap for you lot." A phew! Another sneeze. Thank you for listening. If you'd like to hear more, I'll be doing some readings at libraries around Leicester. I will be, are you ready for this? At Belgrave Library on the 31st of May at 4:30. On the 2nd of June I'll be at the Bright Centre at 2, and on the 3rd of June I'll be at St Barnabas Library at 2. And on the 1st of June I will be launching the book at the Attenborough Arts Centre at 11:15, 1:45 and 3:45. And of course The Nose That Nobody Picked is also a musical, so I'll be playing some of the songs from that musical too. I hope to see you there. Ta-ra.